I'm about to pour up again.
Oh yeah, I'm ready when you ready. I mean, you take your time with these questions.
It's gonna take me about 5 minutes.
Yeah, bro. Take your time. Like I said, bro.
The more time you take, the more time I can blow. So I ain't worried.
And I'm
say less.
If you want to go with it,
and I'm look. I can step out there with you, and I step out with this.
I know you will smoke on it. Huh?
Time to start the show.
Let's start this motherfucker, man.
Let's go, man.
You ready for your sound effects?
Let's get it, bro.
We definitely got a legend in the building. He sound effects. Again, welcome back to the All In Show.
Yeah.
It's your boy Hollywood Harwell.
Yeah.
I got with me with the livest, the dopest, the coldest.
Yeah.
DJ in the land.
Let's go.
Yeah.
AKA Mr. Sound Effects.
Yeah.
Bro, Dusty, what's good, bro?
My boy.
What's up, man?
Man, what's good? What's happening?
Man, hey, we on the scene, on location, away from the Keys, supporting another member of the Keys.
We on the scene from the Keys like green, mean green.
That was off
scene, off the top, non-stop.
You like a rapper.
Man. Legend on the block.
Legend.
Definitely got a legend.
Kankakee.
Man, let's clap it up for our boy. We don't introduce legends. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Who you be, my boy?
Tell us your name, your zodiac, and your favorite teams.
Whoo, man. Darien, Walker, D-Walk, D-Money, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. That's what it is.
D-Legend.
Zodiac? Virgo. Man, so.
Okay. Y'all still in the
building.
Birthday.
Yeah. We just, you know, we up out of there. We went up out of there with a bang.
Bro.
They are. It's a lot of Virgos.
We had a couple Virgos on the show. Yeah. Shout out to the Virgos. We had Key and Drake.
I ain't shouting y'all. Key my cousin. Shout out.
That's what's up, though.
No, shout out to the Virgos.
Yeah. Who your favorite
teams, man?
Yeah.
Man, Lakers.
My boy,
I've been a Lakers fan.
Westbrook.
You know I've been a
Westbrook.
Don't do it. Don't look. He wiped your hand off.
Oh, come on, man. That's my boy, man.
Woo. Your boy dropped.
Hey,
over 11.
Come on, man. He wasn't the only
2 free throws.
He wasn't the only one who shot 3 other people shot
Kendrick
like
Nunn,
that, bro.
We comparing him to
Beverly too.
We compare him to Pat Beverly.
Bro, it's one
in
game,
history books.
But they all three of them dropped. All three of them.
Get him, bro.
One game.
Get him, bro.
All 3 of them really. That was disappointing, bro. But
the Lakers.
But
bro, they went 1 for 30.
The Lakers are from 3-point land.
And that's the thing, bro.
It wasn't just him, bro.
Everybody is coming at LeBron head, bro. And you know, before this, I wasn't no LeBron fan. Yeah. LeBron came to the Lakers. I got to embrace him.
But now
that's
you
my
see.
team.
Now you
but
see.
It's clear as day. Like the LeBron hate is nuts. And I'm one of those people that, you know, you get into the LeBron MJ. You get into the LeBron MJ debate.
In a second.
You get into the LeBron MJ debate. I'm from the MJ era, so I'm rocking with that. However, that's a whole nother. You dig though. I mean, you know, I'm from that era, so I'm gonna rock with that era. However, I cannot take away what LeBron is doing right now. It's nuts.
Chasing number one.
It's nuts, bro.
All I'm gonna say is this, bro.
And he holding the Lakers together. Everybody blaming the Lakers' failure on LeBron when LeBron is actually holding it together. Like you can't deny the stats,
bro.
10 out of 84 from threes.
0 for 11, bro.
10 out of 83 from threes. 10 out of 84, 83.
And I'm pretty sure 8 of them he hit. The 10.
Bron? Nah. I think Bron hit.
I'll give him 4. 4 of them.
Bro, at this point, check it out.
Russell
check it out, bro.
Come on, bro.
Felt good.
Come on, bro.
At least he put some numbers on the board.
Yeah. First game.
0 for 11.
Damn, first game.
0 for 11. All you gotta do is put some numbers on the board after that, and you doing better.
Hey, he gonna
Walker.
He gonna be pretty good.
He nice with it. nice.
It just take time. It's still early, bro.
Yeah,
it take time.
I will say this. Now I will say this. When LeBron passed Kareem for the scoring numbers,
it's gonna be hard to argue.
The argument getting harder. The argument is
Jordan
getting
shit
harder,
out
bro.
the window.
Now look,
getting harder.
listen to me with the logic. All I'm saying is this: not only is he gonna be number one in scoring, it's looking like he's gonna retire within the top 8 of assists and the top 8 rebounds.
Bro, and
we talking about
anybody that.
And then hold on. And playoff number. We ain't even talking about playoff.
No, he number one everywhere in the playoffs.
How can you still compare, bro?
It's hard. It's you know what LeBron did. You know what LeBron did that's separating himself is it's not the talent. We know who had the better talent overall. Like that monster, that beast, that go getter, who you had that mentality, that winning mentality. However, that with that winning mentality, also, what was Jordan? Jordan might have that winning mentality, but what was Jordan's downfall? Durability. And that is LeBron's. That is LeBron's strength. What Jordan's weakness is LeBron's strength. Is that durability, that longevity. Like
think about it like this: like
you win. Look, that's like the tortoise. That's like the tortoise beat the fucking rabbit.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like
Jordan would play 13.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan seasons?
Yeah.
He was it 15 or 16? Didn't he?
I thought it was like 15, 16.
Hold on.
Look it up.
We gon'
No, you good.
How many seasons did Michael Jordan play?
Hold on, y'all.
15.
That's what I thought. I was like 15.
LeBron's 15th season was when?
5 years ago.
2017?
He was killing.
Was he in the finals?
Yeah. So in the
hold on,
in the 2010s, was he not in the finals?
Hold on. That's what I'm saying. So Jordan 13th season, he was with the Wizards, doing his thing,
ugly.
But it was ugly. It was
Yeah.
Brown was in the finals.
I will rewind that a little bit though, because it's an aspect to that a lot of people forget. You know what I'm saying? Age and experience does play a difference. You know what I'm saying? And this is and this low key might be an up on LeBron in the long run. LeBron was good enough to come straight out of high school and get busy. So versus Jordan's 15 years in the league.
Plus what? 2 years in college.
It was one, right?
Plus two years in college. You know what I'm saying? Like. You know what I'm saying?
But if you take 2 of LeBron years away, do it make a difference? Hell no.
Because you got to take the last 2, right?
If you take his last 2 years
or his
away,
first 2,
no. If you take his last 2 years away, he won a championship.
Yeah. Or his first 2. Or his first 2, it ain't gonna hurt nothing.
If you take
his numbers go up.
If you take away his first 2, his third year, he was in the finals against San Antonio,
and his numbers go up,
bruh. That's gonna be a hard ass to
Still make it hard.
And you know what?
Make it tough.
The hardest thing to get older, and I'm not saying you're not our age, but older fans to understand, they look at it as an excuse to say Jordan retired twice and came back. It's not an excuse. It's just what happened. So since you retired, you don't get a pass for it.
No, but not even that.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
It showed that he didn't get a pass because they didn't win.
Right.
They lost in Orlando.
Right. So Orlando kicked their ass.
That showed the whole world that you don't.
You have to understand that a lot of people use that as an excuse. He retired and came back. He wasn't in shape.
Real basketball.
How you not in shape? Dropping 30 points.
Real basketball. His third game, he dropped 55 at the Knicks. So we ain't trying. Real basketball fans don't be trying to hear that bullshit.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Now we ain't trying to hear that shit.
Right.
You came in there. Y'all thought y'all was gonna do the thing.
Y'all thought y'all was gonna take over. Yeah. And I feel like when he came back, they were in shape but out of sync, but at the same time still cocky.
Yeah.
Still had the same. They had the same mentality.
Oh, we got Mike back. We
good.
But they wasn't the same because they no longer had Horace. Right.
True.
And they didn't have a lot of the other pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
But their mentality.
Another thing you gotta,
and you can see the mentality that they had on the court.
How can you be considered? They look at him like the greatest scorer of all time.
All time.
But how can I call you the greatest all time when you retired? You wasn't number one, and now you like sixth.
You know what I can say?
You get what I'm saying?
But you know what I can say? The years that he didn't have no help, his first 8 years before Scottie came, he was putting up numbers.
He's putting up numbers.
I'm not arguing that, but again,
dumb numbers.
Team ball. I'm not saying he's not a scorer. Points per game, technically, he is an all-time leader in the NBA. With Wilt then he wouldn't. But technically, that's not a major statistical category.
Yeah, it is.
Points per game is not a major statistical category.
Stop it.
It's something that you use as relevant.
That's how they win the MVPs.
Now, it used to be total points, didn't it?
Points per game is leading.
I guess you got to play so many games.
Yeah, that's top, bro.
But a scoring title don't make you a Hall of Famer. One scoring title don't make you a Hall of Famer. Four scoring titles don't make you a Hall of Famer. It puts you in a talk. That doesn't instantly put you in the
McGrady gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
But McGrady was also, how many times was he
got out? He ain't never made past
Hall of Famer scoring titles.
He ain't never made past the first
I'm not arguing.
So that's what I'm saying.
And I've always argued McGrady don't belong there. I understand.
He in there.
It solidifies you. It's enough to solidify you. I do feel like it's enough to solidify you.
Exactly.
As long as you don't fall off the face of the earth.
That's what I'm saying.
And stay somewhat relevant and consistent. It's enough to get
scoring titles, bro. He was part of Olympic teams. Yeah. Like he did way more.
He got enough.
Than just a couple scoring titles.
McGrady definitely.
Most career he made it to the playoffs.
One round, bro.
I'm not arguing that. Shout out to Baron Davis. That's
he was up 3-1.
He put him out 2 or 3 times.
So that's what I'm saying. What else did he do?
I just said I don't agree he should be in the Hall of Fame. That's a personal thing.
That ain't what I'm saying.
But Tony Kukoc in the Hall of Fame. So
he got rings.
Yeah. But just
McGrady ain't got no rings.
Robert Horry in the Hall of Fame?
Robert Horry got 7 of them.
I don't think he in the Hall of Fame, no.
He about to be. He about to be. The man
he should. He should. Not even because of the rings. Robert Horry is super clutch. And he played his role.
Man, just think.
He played his. He is
big shot Bob.
Robert Horry is probably one of the greatest role players ever.
Bro, I'm not arguing because young him can move.
Y'all down second.
Role player.
Y'all down second.
He knew his role and
to shoot the ball.
Yeah. He knew his role.
Did it with the Lakers.
And stuck
turned around and did it with the Spurs.
And didn't complain anywhere in between. He didn't try to be the man. He knew his role. He knew when y'all need me, I'm here.
If not, I ain't doing nothing else.
This is how we know you a legend. You sidetracked us all the way. We really get that. I love it. Yeah. We really get that sidetracked at the beginning.
Good.
So, D Money, what brings you to the show today? What brings you here to talk to us?
Man, just inspiration.
Okay.
A little bit of financial literacy.
Yeah, financial literacy is big in our culture.
Tap into that.
It's not taught. Not early anyway.
So, yeah, that's kind of like, I guess, where my mind is focused at now is financial literacy and building up on that for myself and, building up on that for my family and, what I'm saying, for generations to come, really.
So before we get into that, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Ooh, man. Moments High School graduate.
Shout out to the Mo.
Moments, shout out.
Mo Tucky. Shout
out. But before that, from HP. I'm just a kid from HP.
The 4-way.
For real. 4-way stand up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my people out of HP. But went to the Army, did some time in the Army. Well, I'm getting ahead a little bit. For the Army, went to school.
Okay.
I tried to do UAPB.
Okay.
They got down there.
Pine Bluff, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Pine Bluff.
Okay.
They got down there and my financial aid didn't check out all the way like they told me it was. So shit, I was on the first thing smoking back. I went down there for like 2-3 months and then
came right back.
So you know what I'm saying? I knew at that time, like, I don't know if you remember, I was running track.
Yeah.
That was my life, running track.
So y'all need to see who fast. Because he's fast.
Hey, bro. I just told Smitty and
shout out to Smitty.
Shout out to Smitty. I just told Smitty and Reggie. Shout out to Reggie. That was my Reggie. That's my guy, man.
Oh yeah.
That was one of our relay guys. One of my good homies too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was first out the block. Reggie was anchor. You know what I'm saying?
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
nuts.
What's up?
Crazy.
Yeah. All right.
No. Lou was third after, you know what I'm saying? Hit the
rest
RP to Lou.
Yeah.
So that was indeed. So that was our thing or whatever.
I grew up with Herb too.
Yeah, shout out to Herb, man.
We still got a race.
That was the college homie. That was the college homie. Like me. It was me, Lou, Reggie, and Herb in college,
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I think you could
after I left.
Let's stop it.
I think you could be.
Cut it out.
Man, I'm watched, bro. I ain't even gonna fool you. I'm watched. It's over. Them days over. I mean, I'm still in the gym and I still work out, man.
Come on, you supposed to have my back.
I don't know, man.
Nah, you might not.
Maybe a little.
Still got a little bit.
I know I stay in my lane. Like it's the medal's up there though.
Oh God, I feel you.
The medal's up there. The medal's up there.
Medals don't lie. Oh God.
So the state and regional and national championships up there, they don't lie.
So you went to school and you had to come right back. Hey, come back.
Come back. All right. So I end up back. End up getting a gig. My old man got me a gig at Shapiro. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him.
Shout out to Shapiro.
That's my guy.
And the old man.
You shout out Shapiro?
My boy. Hell yeah.
Shout out to Shapiro.
Yeah.
That's the Batman world.
Lord have mercy.
So I came back, working at Shapiro and everything, doing my thing there. I still had a passion and desire to run track.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was still training and everything.
Right.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? My homie Reggie came to me and was like, man, you know what I'm saying? We up here at this JUCO out in the Schaumburg Palatine area, you know what I'm saying? We got the situation with the coach, you know what I'm saying? They getting our scholarships lined up. You need to, you know what I'm saying, come through. We trying to put our whole track team together. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We told the coach what we was doing out here. She saw our videos and everything.
She waiting on you.
What's good? Exactly. What's good?
Right.
And I remember catching that me and Reggie on the phone. I'm sitting on my mom's porch out of HP. Like, man, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at Shapiro. I'm making some decent money.
Some
you know what I'm saying? I'm 18.
I'm balling.
You know what I'm saying? I'm balling. I got brand new Nissan backs. Got my little dubs on it and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at it like college. Like,
why am I going? It's almost backwards.
I'm glad I didn't go to college,
right?
So I'm looking at that at the time, like, okay. But at the same time, I got like this burning desire to still run. Like, that's my passion, that's my love. So then go in it, sit on it for a minute. Like, fucking run it. Let's run it. You know what I'm saying? Let's run the play.
Mm-hmm.
You talking shit.
Keep going. You talking shit. Tell us more about running.
So I talked to the guys. I talked to the coach.
Mm-hmm.
They set up everything, partial scholarship and all that. I tried to get an educational leave from Shapiro. They wouldn't give it to me, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gone. I'm gone. You ain't give me the educational leave.
I was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it was. So I quit Shapiro, went up there, ran.
Shout out to the JUCO.
Shout
out Harper College.
Shout out to Harper.
So
how y'all do up there?
We got up there. When we first got up there, it was love. You know what I'm saying? We practicing. You know what I'm saying? We doing our thing. We, you know what I'm saying? Because we got there in the fall. So, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing going on then. We preparing for the winter, for the indoor season. And everything is going good. We training and all that. And a lot of stuff happened that weekend. But ultimately, that was the weekend, you know what I'm saying, we came home. Lou got in an accident, you know what I'm saying? That's when we lost Lou.
For sure. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
R.I.P. to Lou, shout out to his family.
Indeed. So when that happened, that was it. For me anyway. Like I tried to go back, you know what I'm saying? And then about a month later after that happened with him, my great grandfather was telling me about he passed away.
Man.
So that was like them two daggers. I was like, man, I went because I hadn't been back to the apartment. You know what I'm saying? We had an apartment up there or whatever. Right. So I hadn't been to the apartment since, you know what I'm saying, since Lou had passed. So I was driving from HP to school, you know what I'm saying, in between that time. Then my great grandfather passed away or whatever. Right. And like I said, like I was telling you earlier, we was, you know what I'm saying, super close. Right. You know what I'm saying? When he passed away, then I went to his funeral. And then when I came back from his funeral, and I stopped straight at the apartment, and you know what I'm saying, I walked in and I was like, man, it's over with. I'm gone. I can't do it. Yeah. And I ain't been back since. Yeah. So
okay. So you leave junior college, what's next?
Man, and that's when life took off at that point. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy because from there, me and my homie, Sean, Rob Hudson.
Shout out to Rob.
Shout out. One of my best homies.
That's my boy.
You know what I'm saying? Me and him had been talking about it for a minute. And his brother Daryl had been trying to get
down to Daryl.
Shout out.
We shout them all out. You said name.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna put it at the bottom, but we gonna shout them out.
You ain't. Big bro.
I told you. No, you ain't.
So Big Bro had been trying to get us to, you know what I'm saying, get on what he was on. You know what I'm saying? He had went overseas. First he was in the Army. You know what I'm saying? He had got out of the Army and everything. His contract overseas and everything.
Contract work overseas?
So he was trying to get us in with that for like the last year. We was like, man, no. Like, we talking about it, talking about the money and everything. We talking about it, but that was it.
Yeah.
But now you like, yo.
So let's be about it.
I'm back. Imagine, I didn't came back home.
You ain't got that Shapiro money.
I ain't got the Shapiro money. Right. I'm sitting around the crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out the next play. Back? What, to Shapiro? Oh, absolutely. That was really the next play. Like I said,
because it is
the situation. So I'm thinking about going back there. You know what I'm saying? Sean was still, my homie was still, he was there. Right. He was still at Shapiro. Right. So he like, man, you know what I'm saying? We talking about it or whatever. Like I said, for like that last year, even while I was in school.
Right.
Sean called me one day. Like, shit, what's good, bro? And he like, man, I'm here in Houston. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in Houston? He's like, man, I'm down here doing a gig. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the whole in-processing thing and the orientation thing. I'm about to slide. Like, I'm here with the job recruiter right now. She trying to ask, you know what I'm saying? She want to know, is you down? Right. I told her I had a guy that wanted to do this too. She want to know what's good. So I'm like, looking around. I'm at my mom's crib in my old room. Right. I'm looking around. I'm like, fuck it. Let's go. Just run it. And I get on the phone with her. He literally like was on the phone with me. Gave the phone to her and was like, you know what I'm saying, gave her my information. Bullshit you not. 5 minutes. My computer pinged. That was the plane ticket. Shoot me down to Houston. I got 2 weeks to get my shit together. Get down to Houston. And I'm on my way overseas. I'm going to Houston. Orientation. I'm off overseas. Man. You know what I'm saying? So
were you nervous at all?
Man, that's a whole nother story. So check it out. So you got excited for this. So check it out. I'm on my way. Like I go down to Houston. I do the orientation and everything. We get on the plane. We going overseas. First stop was in London. So we get off in London. You know what I'm saying? We switch planes and everything. Get on the plane. Next stop is to Dubai. I take that back. We didn't switch planes. What I'm talking about. When I got to London, that first flight over, that was my first time over there. We flew to London. that same plane was going to Dubai. So over there, they was like, you can stay on or you can get off. Mm-hmm. They operate different than they do here. Well, back then, because this was 05.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They operated differently than they do now, where they make everybody get off. Back then, it was like, shit, get off if you want to. Right. This plane going to Dubai if you. So if you want to keep going, they gonna come in, clean around you, and bounce. Yeah. Shit, I was out. And I stayed. I got up. They was like, man, give me a drink. Got a drink. Sipped my drink and I fell back out. Man, I woke up. Imagine, like I said, this is 2005. Mm-hmm. When did everything happen with the 9/11 and all of that? 2001. 2001. By 2002. You know what I'm saying? Into 2003, we.
It was 2001.
2005, I'm on my way to Dubai. We hadn't been taught anything about culture, as far as culture of, or it's been exposed to culture of like the Middle East and all of that. You know what I'm saying? We seen everything that we see on TV and they scaring the fuck out of us. Right. Yeah. Bro, I wake up when mind you, sip my drink, the plane was empty. I woke up on my way to Dubai and everybody on that bitch had on white robes and turbans and the women in the all black and the veils. Yeah. I woke up to that shit. And to them telling me we 15 minutes from landing. I woke up and I looked around me and everybody had that shit on because that's the culture there. Right. I don't know no better though, so I'm like, and I'm on a plane.
What the fuck?
What the fuck have I got myself into, bro?
What the fuck?
I'm on that bitch scared. Ain't nobody told me about this. Ain't nobody prepared me for this. I'm on that bitch scared, bro. Like, it's over with. Like, it's a wrap.
And then you learn they're some of the coolest people you could ever meet.
Man, bro, what?
Respect is serious.
Respect is
everything.
Everything. Yeah. But man, like, it ended up having one of the best times of my life over there. Like, the company was based out of Dubai, but then my first year, I was actually doing work on the bases in Afghanistan. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then my second year, I ended up taking another position, and that had me living in Dubai, but doing work, you know, flying back and forth to.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
So
second one was even more fun.
So the second one was even more fun. Yeah. But while I was over there, you know, traveling different places and everything. So that was my exposure to like different cultures. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm 20. I'm 19, 20.
Great money.
You know what I'm saying? 21.
Can't spend it because everything's paid for.
Yeah. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Cost of living, you know what I'm saying? We over there in that first year I was in Afghanistan staying on the bases, so that was paid for. But even when, you know what I'm saying, I got the promotion, I was living in Dubai and going back and forth to Afghanistan. My place was, they had some of the hotels, because they had different hotels that they would place people in. And some of the hotels had like condos. You know what I'm saying? So they paid for my condo.
Living a life.
And just moving around. So my where I stayed was rent free. Right. You know what I'm saying? And money over there is tax free. Right. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is you just gotta be out of the country. You gotta be out of the United States for 330 days. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you're out of the country for 330 days,
pay the taxes on.
You gotta pay the taxes. And you ain't gotta pay the taxes on the first, I think it's 89,000. Yeah. And then after 89,000, they start from zero. You know what I'm saying? So if you making, let's say 89,000, might as well round that out to 90,000. If you're making 125,000, you're paying taxes on 30,000.
About 30, 35.
You're paying taxes on 30,000.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So that's what it was.
That's crazy.
25.
Balling.
I'm paying taxes on 30.
So I run into this dude, right? I said it before on the episodes that never aired. We want y'all to know we actually did an episode with my boy and Smitty. Shout out to Smitty.
Shout out to Smitty.
What up, bro? Issues. You know how he don't like to use an app. So we had camera issues and we never got it done. But I run into this dude after his first tour, right? I ain't seen Darien in years.
Yeah.
Run into him. What's good, bro? He tell me about this job. He like, you should get on.
Come on.
I say, yeah. He said, I believe it was like a couple of days. He said, yeah, just reach out to me and I'm gonna get you on. Man, I blew Darien up the number I had for him. It wasn't the right number. I tried to get on with that job so hard. Couldn't get it. I was hot.
How you got the wrong number, bro?
I thought I had the right number. I did.
How?
I don't know. Ask Darien why his number wasn't right.
I don't know. I don't even know that to this very day. I don't like it, but he was the only one of the guys that really jumped on me. Like Sean, my homie Sean told me, let's go. Well, Daryl told Sean. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Daryl told Sean for like both of us, like, man, you and D need to get your ass over here.
Yeah. Seeing the world.
That's big bro telling us like, bring your ass on. Yeah. Like, get this bag.
Living painful.
So after that,
the world.
we trying to tell everybody else get on with it. Bro was probably the only person that, and I didn't find out till, you know what I'm saying, later. Like, he like, man, like,
I had been trying to do it before he told me about it. I heard about it.
Yeah.
I want to say I heard about it.
Probably the only person we just.
And I ran to him and was like,
I don't know how.
He like, yeah, I'm doing this. I was like, what? Bro, I've been trying. He like, yeah, hit me up. I'm gonna get you on.
And I don't know how we got the wrong
story of my life,
wrong information. I don't know. It could have been my fault.
No, bro.
Because and the only reason I say that is
reckless.
The only reason I say that is because like I had like 3 phones at the time. I had the phone number for me in the States. Mm-hmm. I had the phone number for when I was in Afghanistan. And I had the phone number for Dubai. Mm. So
ain't no telling where it got
lost. Bad.
It's all good.
Just
in the past now. I got the all-in show. I'm good.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yes, though.
For sure. Sir. So you go through that. You come back. You're going through some other things, and then somehow you have found your way into setting yourself up with some good financial management. Is the best way I like to call it.
Yeah. So, man.
So what got you? What most people hit a low point before they start really making money, saving money. Are you willing to tell us what your low point was?
Indeed. So, my low point, and I went through some things. I had went to the Army for a minute after all the contract shit. I ended up going to the Army. You know what I'm saying? Get away from some other shit. That's a whole nother.
Right.
We got into that earlier. That's a whole nother you dig. But when I came back from the Army, you know what I'm saying, I had hit a low spot. You know what I'm saying, both mentally and financially. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, and it was rough, man. It was rough. Like, it was honestly my son. It was honestly my kids that got me out of that.
Shout out to the shortest.
Yeah.
Shout out.
It was DJ and Cameron. Yeah. That got me out of that mentality and made me realize, like, okay, I need to get it together. You know what I'm saying?
Can't keep living like a bachelor.
Right. So I realized, you know what I'm saying, finding out DJ was on the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at Cameron like, man, like, you know, like you growing up fast every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, time flying by. Like, you need to get this shit together. When DJ was born, I had just filed for bankruptcy. Yeah, imagine this 5 years ago. That's how long ago this was. Yeah. This is how short ago it was, really. Yeah. Right. 5 years ago. DJ just turned 5. Man. So when he was born, I had filed for bankruptcy.
So all of these great jobs you had.
Boy, fumbled the bag. Yeah. Fumbled the bag, all bro. Let it, like, for real. Like, I mean, look. I could tell you so. Man, I done took vacations. I didn't. Sean, I have to tell you about this shit. Like, I done blew 10 bands. I done blew 10 bands in Dubai just for the fuck of it. Like, for real. Like, I I'd have been in the Emirates Mall and just blew 10 bands just cause. You know what I'm saying? Back then, just mind you, this 05, 06.
Right.
Spent 5 bands on the first class flight back to the crib just cause.
Right.
Just like, it was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I came back, like, I remember, and it's foolish thinking about it now, but like, come back to my mom, and this was because I was still going back over there. Mm-hmm. But I remember, and at the time, I was thinking about it in a delightful way, in a you know, like yeah, I'm in there.
Yeah. Right.
Thinking about it now, I'm like, man, you dumb as hell. But I remember stepping out on my mom's porch, looking in the driveway. I still had my Nissan Maxima, had a Jaguar out there, had a Range Rover out there, had an Escalade out there, and had my 87 Monte Carlo the SS, got T-tops, got the wheels on it, all that. All of that in my mom's yard.
Every day.
Everything rimmed up, everything in my mom's yard.
Right.
Dumb as hell, bro. Like, that's dumb. Like, that's stupid. That's the worst thing. Like, and I have none of that.
Yeah.
None of that exists. That's cool. All that shit is gone. Like,
yeah,
it's the absolute dumbest shit I've ever done.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
so. But at the time, though.
At the time, that shit was dope. It was fly. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But like, I legit came back. I ain't afraid to share numbers or none of that shit now. But I legit came back with like 140 grand. Fumbled the bag. 142 to be exact.
I ain't never seen him close his eyes on the show.
No, I'm just
I fumbled it all. Man, I can't make this shit up. I fumbled it all.
Okay.
Yeah, tough, yeah.
In a year and a half.
Just balling.
Okay.
Fuck it.
So what got you into saving? What was your start?
Was that it? Fumbling?
Fumbling was part of it because
sorry, go ahead.
The feeling that came with fumbling that and knowing what I had.
Yeah.
And when I finally looked up and was like, shit,
I ain't got
nothing. It got sketchy the thing was like, it got crazy when I had all of that, and then I got to like 15 grand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I started panicking. Only problem is I was addicted to that lifestyle. Mm-hmm. I was addicted to how I was moving, along with the bills that I've accumulated with that. You know what I'm saying? I still had car notes and all of that with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Insurances. You know what I'm saying? All along, like I said, addicted to that lifestyle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when I got to 15 grand, I started panicking, but I didn't know how to turn it off. I didn't know how to like, nigga, stop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I kept going. Like, I'm scared. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to crash. But I'm not pressing the brakes. I'm going. For some reason, I'm driving fast as hell. Yeah. I see that wall right there. Instead of taking my feet off the gas and pressing the brakes, I just kept going.
Jesus, take the wheel.
So, you know what I'm saying? When I got back from the army and everything, it was like, again, I did the same thing damn near all over again.
Yeah.
Because I deployed, went to Afghanistan. Couldn't spend, I couldn't spend none of my money because I was fucking fighting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, for real, you know what I'm saying, in it. So I couldn't do nothing.
Right.
So I came back with some money, you know what I'm saying? Bought me another whip when I came home because you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm back at it. I did the same shit. I did the same shit, bro. I went back.
What whip did you buy?
So I bought a Jaguar XF RS.
Yeah.
I bought like 80 grand.
That's
you dig?
Crazy.
And enjoyed it. Enjoyed the fuck out of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
after all that said, fuck it,
I'm about to do it again. I'm about to do the same dumb shit again. It's the same dumb shit again. It's the same dumb shit again.
Fuck it.
Boy.
All in, you win.
Let's die.
I know somebody used to say that.
Man,
no sir. No sir.
It don't make sense.
No sir. That shit was
bro.
like,
let me tell you something.
Man, what?
We don't normally tell this story.
Crazy, man.
When I first met him,
man,
and we became good friends, right?
I'm sorry.
He said, go ahead.
That shit was damn near embarrassing. Telling you what I just did again. I gotta slid that in. Like, hold on, I did the same shit again. Like, let me not smooth over this. Let me keep it 100. I did the same dumb shit again.
So when I first met him, we became friends, bro. Mitch used to, I know you've already noticed, once he got his mind made up on what he tried to do, it's hard to take him off of it. But he used to have a slogan. You know what it was? You go all in, you win. And I would say, bro, that don't make no sense. What if you go all in on the wrong thing?
Fuck it.
That was his response every time.
Fuck it, bro.
So
you gotta make a
that's
choice,
where
bro.
the name of the show came from, bro.
That's what I'm
show. Like, you gotta make a choice, bro.
And just go.
Asking all these motherfucking questions. No, make a choice, goddamn.
Bro, we start playing, and I used to tear them up. We start playing. We start playing Texas Hold'em at his house. We would do it every Sunday, right? Mm-hmm. We get food. We bet money. We drink it. We kicking it. It was for like months.
Yeah,
we did it at his house, bro. I used to beat him. It wasn't just it was a few of us. I used to beat him almost every week.
Go all in,
because he'd go all in. And I was like, "What if you go all in? Win." And you know what he'd say?
Anyone winning no every week.
I said almost. I ain't gonna take every single
Stop
one.
It. You act like almost every week, bro.
I wasn't the primary winner.
You were just getting numbers, huh?
I wasn't the primary winner. No, we was betting real money.
Man, stop.
It was 4 of us. We was betting $5.
Look out here lying.
Don't let him, bro. Don't let him get you.
Oh man.
You gotta boost yourself up on this show.
Is that what it is, bro? You can't take your L's.
You was just taking money almost every week.
Shout out to the gamer episode, just like you beat them every week. You was beating them all the time.
Yeah, they
said you beat them in the beginning.
They said this.
Then they said they came back and y'all was starting to even it out.
That's
and
what
you
they
was like,
said.
no, I was still beating y'all.
That's what they said, though. You heard what they said.
What you say to them?
It was every other. It was even. You heard me say that.
No, you said that to
William. I know what I said.
But the rest of you ain't said that.
Ain't nobody else here to vouch what you saying except me.
Go back and watch the show.
Lying like a motherfucker, bro.
So you got to find on your episode how the name of the show.
Lying, bro.
I'm lying.
Oh, look at try to flip it. Lying like a motherfucker.
If I'm lying, I'm skinny and dark.
Lying, bro.
If I'm lying, I'm skinny and dark.
Almost every week.
You know he making that up. I know I won. He just reaching over there.
You won a couple times, but I know almost every week.
Bro, I won. You want me to make a call on the show?
I don't care what you do. The show must go on.
Because you know.
No, call him. I can ask him the questions and you can call. I know you ain't win almost every week.
Bro, almost every week I won.
No.
He say kill him.
Bro.
Matter of fact, hold on. Matter of fact, not yet. It's almost in the not yet.
No, we got about another 10 more. Yes,
cause you about lie.
No, not even close. He just don't want to do it. He don't.
All right, go ahead, bro. My bad.
For sure. No, it's good. That was
my cheeks hurt.
It's nice for us to be able to finally get out why we named the show the All In Show.
Indeed.
So yeah, that's where that come from. Because if you go all in, somehow you win.
You gonna win some type of way.
Or you gonna lose.
I wish real bad.
Like,
I wish that logic applied to me. I lost.
Oh God.
He did too.
Hell yeah. You win later though. Shit. You
that's what he used to say too. You win later.
You win later.
You definitely won later.
So you know
I give him that. He win that one.
You win later.
Okay, so what did you first start investing in?
What did I?
Or I should say, yeah, that's the question. What did you first start investing in? Okay. Let's come back. Okay, you don't seem like you want to say that. What do you invest in now?
What my first official
your first
investment.
You know what we try to ask.
My first official investment. Snapchat was my first official stock investment.
Okay,
for sure.
That was my first official stock investment. My homie, actually, me and my homie Kellen was talking about that. Shout out to Kellen. That's my homie. That's my guy.
Who's you say?
Kellen. Kellen Volpe.
Okay, shout out to Kellen.
Shout out, bro. We was talking about that and going back and forth. He like, man, Snapchat just, open up today. You know what I'm saying? They just went public.
Right.
We have been waiting on it. It just went public.
So not to cut you off, but what does going public mean?
That mean, man.
Don't
good.
do it. My daughter in 4th grade, don't do it.
Okay. That's all I need.
Not today.
Because
she can be
third
on
grade.
To simplify it.
Hanging in 3rd.
Hey, that's my boy. Go ahead. My bad.
To simplify it, it's pretty much like they went from like a private company to, I guess you could say, a public company where the public can invest in this company, can buy stocks in the company or whatever.
Gotcha.
You literally own a piece.
You own a piece of the company.
What the company is considered to be.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There you go. Absolutely. So that happened. And it was, again, stock market was something like we had been talking about and been interested in, leading up to that. It was just like, you know what? Snapchat was hot at the time.
It was.
You know what I mean? So
it still is a little
I I jumped in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I set up my accounts, E-Trade and all that.
That's how you started to E-Trade?
Yeah. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Set up E-Trade.
It's better to buy that car.
And man, what?
It didn't look as good, but
and I jumped in and that was it.
Okay.
Got in. I think I bought my first shares of Snapchat at like, I can't remember. Oh man.
Snapchat was relatively low when it started, wasn't it?
I want to say $7-8.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I want to say $7-8 when I first jumped in, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah,
you made some good money because that bad boy went up to $50-$60.
Yeah,
when I bought it.
And I think I cashed out when it was at. I cashed out at like at the $36 mark.
Okay.
So yeah.
So your investment, man.
That was my first. Yeah, that was the first time. First move and first time it was like.
After that, it's like hell yeah.
That was kind of like an eye opener. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you invest in now? You don't have to tell us exactly what stocks, but you're in stocks
again.
No. That's what he first got into. I'm asking what he invests in now.
Yeah,
man.
Because I know he does more than just stocks.
I look at it like this: you can't invest with the top. I mean, you can't miss. My bad. You can't miss with the top stocks in the market. Sure. You just can't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It makes all the reason. They at the top for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like if I look at it like this: if the top stocks in the market crumble or fall apart, we got bigger issues to worry about in the world anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like if they fall apart,
right?
As not just as a country, as a world, we fucked anyway. Money don't even matter at that point if they crumble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? They're in such a great position when you look at them as companies. They've been there for so long, and they're the ones that's still innovating. Apple.
That makes sense.
Apple.
Who?
It's number one for a reason.
Come on,
you know what I mean? You
Come
know
on,
what I'm saying? I'm not a Apple. I'm not a.
Come on, man.
Apple product owner, but you can't. The numbers don't lie.
On camera, 2-1. But go ahead, keep on.
But the numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying? They've created a luxury brand.
They're popular. I'm not arguing that. They're the best.
They've created.
They're number one, ain't they?
Yeah.
So
come on, man.
Popular.
So that's that. But when you got like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple.
You said that. Don't say them again, please. You just hyping him up.
I mean,
you hyping him up.
That's like LeBron James.
We almost
keep saying this,
okay, you can keep saying
LeBron James.
And
I said it to my nephews every time I see them. That's what I say first.
And Tesla, right?
And Tesla.
Yeah.
Those are my
number one.
Those
and
are
Apple too.
Those are my five.
Don't
those
say
are
that one anymore.
Google, Microsoft.
Don't do it.
Amazon.
And the other one. Just call that the other one.
Google, Microsoft, Amazon,
you
Apple.
He sneezed.
Yeah.
He
So
sneezed.
those are my 5 100%. 100% go to.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying?
No crypto?
The goal. Yeah. That's crypto.
We get into crypto?
Look. Crypto.
Man.
Oh yeah. Pay for the house.
Crypto.
That's crazy.
What else? Did you invest in anything outside of stocks?
Crypto.
That's still considered a stock though.
Crypto.
Yeah, it's still considered stock.
So how did you get into that? Into crypto?
Man, it was so.
For all of y'all that don't know, he's talking about cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm. So Bitcoin.
Big crypto.
So
Volatile.
I got into.
It is.
I got into Bitcoin.
How much was Bitcoin worth when you got into it?
Right after the pandemic.
Was it the big drop after the pandemic?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was
like
smart.
$8,000.
Yeah.
Like 8. I think I touched it at like my second Bitcoin was at $8,000. My first Bitcoin was at like 6 something. It dipped to 6 real quick, and I
Jump. You got to, yeah.
So I was sitting on 2 Bitcoin. Ran it all the way up to 63.
It's a volatile market, but if you
Ran it
catch
all the way up to 63 up for 1 Bitcoin. I was sitting on 2.
God bless.
I'm gone.
I'm gone.
As
soon as I got my check, I was gone.
Yeah, it's a lot of people
That was that.
money. But that's still considered a stock. So do you it's just not a tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do any investments outside of stocks?
Yeah, real estate.
Okay.
I turned around and this is a business move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even
sure.
you know what I'm saying?
You gonna sell this to Broke Dusty.
Oh God, I'm here. I'm here,
So
man.
so it's a thing with the real estate.
You better come over here.
It's a thing with the real estate, right?
Right.
So I bought my first crib. I'm gonna throw out numbers because I ain't afraid of it because I want people to hear the numbers.
Okay.
And so it can register with them. A lot of people explain numbers. I mean, a lot of people explain their situations, but they don't throw no numbers out there.
Talk your
because
shit,
they
my
try to
boy.
be
Come on, Mr.
a
Walker.
little,
Come on.
secretive about it.
Yeah,
So
all in show y'all.
I want people to
prepared for
register
This is exclusive information.
because people
Don't tell nobody else.
get information, but don't nobody share no numbers with them. So you can't really
Right.
break it down into like real world or whatever. So bought our first crib for $250.
Okay.
So bought the first crib $250 back in 2019, right before the pandemic hit. Dope ass interest rate and everything.
It is a dope interest rate. I do it for a living. That was a dope interest rate.
Dope interest rate, 2.9.
Shout out to the military.
2.9%. You know what I'm saying? I use my VA.
Shout out to the military.
So
Before you buy a house, go join the service for a couple years.
ooh, hey, wait, Paul. If that's a whole nother conversation.
A whole nother.
I'm not opposed to going to
We'll
the
bring
military.
you back when we had a military episode.
Right. So, my cat.
It's your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about his friend. You heard yelling.
So he's trying to get into Cameron's room. So 2.9%. You know what I'm saying? Got the place for $250. When I closed, because of the market at the time, the sellers gave me $10,000 in closing credits as well.
Damn.
So yeah, paid for my closing credits.
That's
I
why
walked
you took
away.
that house.
I walked away with $3,000 in my pocket after the closing costs. So I walked away with $3,000 in my pocket because of what they covered. That was what was remaining. I got 2.9% interest rate on my joint because of the VA, you dig? And I got it for $250,000. You know what I'm saying? Area I got it in, you know what I'm saying? We out here in the suburbs, so I knew, you know what I'm saying, like the market was desirable. You know what I'm saying? Like it was gonna constantly go up at the regular rate at that time.
Right.
That's how I was looking at it. And I just lost what I was about to say. But like I said, I knew it was going to go up at the regular rate that, you know, real estate increases over the time. Right. What we didn't know,
come through. Yeah.
What we didn't know was the pandemic.
Took everybody's equity up.
And what was going to come with it.
Housing market got thirsty.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like this is one of those moments where, you know what I'm saying, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Mm-hmm. That was my first.
You got to go all in so you can win.
Time to tell you.
Well, it applies then.
The world,
absolutely. The world, yeah. So I was in position already when the pandemic hit.
Right.
So I'm positioned.
Come on, man.
So I'm in position with the real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Then remember what I just told you about the crypto. Yeah. I jump on that.
Yeah.
It didn't cash out until, you know what I'm saying, a little bit later, a little later down the road, but that's the opportunity presented itself along with I'm already in position with my home.
Right, right.
Stocks dipped. You know what I'm saying? I jumped in on a lot of stocks when they dipped.
Right.
Again, positioning. All of this stuff, it seemed like at that time I was dumping a lot of money, but I was really just positioning, investing in positioning. I didn't know how fast those position that shit was gonna come. Yeah. I didn't know like this whole pandemic thing came, like no one has ever experienced this in modern day history. So I didn't know how fast this shit was gonna come. So that ball started rolling and it was just like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, my $250,000 crib is worth $325,000. The fuck? The fuck? How do I make this? How do I make this work? Like that's once numbers. I'm a numbers person. Once I see numbers in a certain way, that's how I react. How the fuck do I make this shit work? I gotta make this shit work. And I told you about that whole thing. I will pace and walk and pace throughout this whole fucking place until I figure out my numbers. I got ADHD. But I've learned how to use that to my advantage. We talked about that earlier too. So that was one thing. Like, you know, I had first the crypto thing hit. I cashed out there. Before I cashed out with the Bitcoin, somewhere mid-COVID. I called a slight gym. And it was perfect timing. And that gym was for homeowners who had loans. Everybody knew, the government knew people were struggling with COVID. It was people was checking out behind it. People was either losing their jobs or off work for a decent amount of time. So they started allowing lenders to do forbearances.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? So you know, if you or people in your home, you know what I'm saying, dealt with the effects of COVID, forbearance on your home. And the forbearance pretty much is, in layman's terms, you know what I'm saying, you don't, you know what I'm saying, for however many months, they was doing them 3 months at a time. For my lender was doing 3 months at a time. You don't have to pay for your mortgage for those 3 months.
The interest still hits, but you don't pay the mortgage.
Exactly. And at the end of that forbearance, you could either extend it or you can stop it right there. Start paying your mortgage again, you pick up where you left off, but they restructure the loan to where those 3 months that you didn't, they put it on the back end. They put it on the back end.
Do it for less. So completely understand.
So I did. So that came along. Caught that gym first. Then my job at the time started threatening, you know what I'm saying, we might have to cut hours. We're running out of, you know, this and that, you know, I can't really get into
it's none of our business. Shout out to the job.
But they started
to the job.
So they started, because of what was going on, you know, things might get cut short. So
right.
I'm like, yo, need forbearance. And I did it out of protection, trying to get ahead of everything just in case. Did it for the first 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Threats were still on the table. I extended it. Did it for 6 months. Threats are still present. I did it again. Next thing you know, I did a forbearance for 18 months.
Got to put that money away.
I've been putting that money away the whole time because for the first reason, because I knew there was a possibility that I would have to pay it all back in one lump sum.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was prepared for that. Like if they told me, like, hey, your forbearance is over, we need all of that back.
Right.
I was ready to give all of it back.
Gotcha.
By that time, though, now I did that, right? At the same time, my crypto peaked. So dump that.
Right.
So I've been saving all of this 18 months of mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
I just hit on my, I just sold my Bitcoin for 63 a pop. And I just had 2 of them. So take those 2 things together. My stock is doing excellent.
Multiple streams.
Yeah.
That's
and
beautiful,
so I ran that play. So when I was getting ready to, so I cut my forbearance.
Okay.
In the process of cutting my forbearance, I'm looking at how much my home is worth, how much I can sell it for. I started looking around. I'm like, because I'm looking at now, I done shifted from looking at these other plays I done made to looking at the, real estate game a little bit more.
Right.
And I'm like, I gotta make this, like, my mentality was like, man, I can cash out on my crib major.
Yeah.
But everybody else shit then spiked too. Like, my home ain't just went up, everybody else's. So if I sell it and I go buy another house, I'm breaking even, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the same thing. Everybody else done went up the same way. So I'm trying to figure out how to make that play count without it just being a break even move. Right. And that's when I started looking around, looking at different home sites. I tapped into building, like the only way I can feel like I can get around this is, if we build our own home.
Yeah.
So, and even that came with some studying, studying the market in that area, studying the 10-year plan of the immediate area. What do they have coming in the next 5-10 years? Like the city actually has that on their records of what is supposed to come to this area in the next 10 years.
So if you want to build a house here,
you know what I'm saying? People don't know that. Like if you go to the city or village or whoever, the county assessors,
Kankakee.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Kankakee.
They should have a plan for whatever area. You know what I'm saying?
They got
at least 5 years out.
Yeah.
They supposed to have 5 years out. Most have 10. Out here they have 10.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I saw a 10-year plan and I was looking around different areas. I saw the 10-year plan for here.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I'm like, this 10-year plan look decent. That's out the way.
And it's going to take up the price.
It's us, and I'm catching it at the very like I didn't catch it at the very beginning, but it was kind of halfway in between. It's still early. It's like it's still in phase 1.5 at the time.
Right.
They in like phase 4 now.
Ooh.
So you call it.
I call it phase 1.5.
You have to pay more. Just be prepared when you're ready to buy.
Man,
so
they gotta go.
I did
one.
so I did that, right? Base price for this home. Base when we got it was $498.
Ooh, it looked $498. That's for sure.
Base. We got like $60,000 in upgrades. Base for this home now is $610.
Wow.
Base for this home is $610 now. And now
crib looks 610.
Base for the crib was 610 before we were even moved in. Base for the crib was 610. Our appraisal with the upgrades and everything, we like 660.
Man, that's tough.
On move in.
Just off move in. So it's only
540.
The more y'all do to it.
540 for. You did.
Right. So we're going to go on to take a quick break. We're going to shoot you with a commercial. Catch us on part 2. All in show.
Yeah.
That's what I want.